Okay, so this is my Google Chrome notebook I got from Google recently. I got it just before Christmas. I didn't know I was going to get one. They just sent it to me out of the blue. It's pretty neat. It's got kind of a matte, rubberized finish to it. It feels really nice, but there's no branding on it anywhere. Um, it's got a USB, only one USB port, headphone port, like a SD card slot, power jack, and a VGA port right there. There's no branding on it, so it's actually hard to tell where to open it from sometimes without looking. But when you just open it like this, you can see it starts up right away. And there you go. And then you're right in. You can log in with different accounts as long as you have a Gmail account, or you can use a guest account here. I'm not going to log in yet. I was going to compare the sizes. This is my MacBook from work, my 17-inch MacBook. This thing's pretty good. It's got a 12-inch screen. It's a good bit smaller. It's a good bit lighter, but yeah, that's to be expected because it's a much more lightweight machine as far as the hardware goes. It's got a removable battery. Under there you can remove a sticker and go into you can actually hack it, put your own OSs and stuff on there if you want. Okay, so here it is compared to my MacBook. Here I have it in Windows, and if I open it up you can see the size comparison. It actually starts up pretty quick, although it does take it a second for the Wi-Fi to reconnect. So if you try to click a link too soon after opening it, it can tell you that you're offline when it's really just trying to connect. You can see here the keyboard is actually pretty interesting. All the letters are lowercase, and it doesn't have any function buttons. They replace them with just the regular, most people use them for: volume control, lighting control, full screen button, and it's actually got browser buttons, back and forward and refresh. The caps lock is gone with the search button replaced, and when you hit search, it actually opens a new tab right there, and you can just start typing in search. And also, when you open a new tab, it shows all the web apps that you have installed. If you've used the new versions of Chrome, you've already seen this kind of stuff. You can access the web store from any browser. In fact, if I open it in here, you'll see it actually carries over all. Oh, this is what my wife was looking at. It carries over all my applications the same, and all my theme for the browser. I actually have an Android theme, and it's pretty neat. As far as performance goes, it's pretty good. It works good enough. That's what I have to say. If you're just using it for the web, which is the only thing you can use it for, it's really great. And it loads up quicker than my MacBook. And anyways, so if I go to YouTube, you'll see I can click on a link, click on a video. I'll try one out here. One of my cousin's videos. And I'll play it right here. It plays pretty well. It's not choppy or anything. And if I mute it, and then if I go full screen, oops, that's not the right one. If I go full screen, it actually plays pretty well. It's not too choppy. I think it looks fairly good for on YouTube. But now if I go to a different site, some other sites don't quite play as well. If I go to if I try to play the Totally Rad Show, try to play the latest episode here. Alright, here it's loaded. So you see, if I go full screen with this, I turn up the volume a little bit. See, it's a little choppy. It's not the smoothest. And you'll see that on NFL.com as well if you try to watch videos on there. Just anyone has their own custom video player. It tends to be a little more choppy. YouTube plays pretty fine. And the mouse pad works a lot like the MacBooks, where 2 fingers will scroll up and down. And it works pretty well for the most part. Sometimes it gets real choppy, especially when you're loading a new page. If I go to a website like ESPN, while it's loading, if I try to scroll, it doesn't really respond. And then it'll all of a sudden respond all at once and go all the way to the very bottom. But once it loads, it works fairly well. And as you can see, it's just the browser. There's nothing else here. You can access other things. If you hit Control-Alt-Question, you'll actually get a screen with all the shortcuts. If you hold Control or Alt, it shows you what all your shortcuts do, or a combination, Control-Shift, or I don't know if Tab. No. But anyway, so that's it. It works pretty well, and I'm happy with it. And I'd say if it was a very cheap computer, I think you could get away with being cheaper than most netbooks out there and be probably a little better performing than most of them. I think it'd be worth getting. It's a pretty cool computer.